Hi guys, I'm Shana and welcome to another Single Over 30 vlog. During the last 5 things that are keeping you single course during one of our coaching calls, one of the 5 things members asked, how do I know if I'm ready to date? And I thought this was a great question. It's a question I asked when I was single. So maybe you've broken up with someone, or you're healing from a divorce, or you're just wondering if you're ready. So here are 7 things to think about. The first thing would be to ask yourself what caused the divorce or breakup. So even if you weren't the one that wanted the relationship to dissolve, understanding what happened and why it happened as best you can is a really good thing. So granted, there's going to be things that you don't ever understand, especially if the other person walked away and you don't know why. But doing your best to understand what you can understand is a really good thing, because that way you can say, okay, I could do this better next time in a relationship, or here are some things I learned about myself that I didn't know before. Understanding what happened will serve you well in your next relationship. Next, are you dating because you're needy? Meaning, are you looking for someone to heal or fill a hole of loneliness, to provide some sort of reassurance that you're lovable, that you're worth it? If that's the case, you might want to rethink dating and just work on you. So granted, there's going to be times in most of our lives when we might feel more needy than others. I know that was the case for me, but you don't want to get into a relationship to prove to yourself or a former spouse or a former date or anyone else that you're good enough. You don't want to try to be healing yourself from a divorce or breakup. That's called a rebound relationship, and it's generally not a good idea. Next, are you financially prepared? Have you gotten your financial house in order the best that you can to be a blessing to your mate and your new family? For example, if you have debt, are you working on eliminating it? Are you emotionally prepared? You don't want your loyalties to be divided because you want to believe in the covenant of marriage. You want to be committed to caring and serving another person. You want to honor and love them. You don't want to have wandering eyes. Have you severed the emotional ties you had in a previous relationship? This goes along with being emotionally prepared. You don't want to be secretly pining away for an old love. Is your intent to marry? One date doesn't mean you're dating, but dating means you're dating. And if you're seeing someone exclusively, dating is for marrying, if that makes sense. So you want to be intentional in how you approach relationships or dating. You don't want to be going out there in the dating world and looking for others to date who may be interested in marriage and then just yank their chain. You want to honor them. You want to date exclusively, and when you're ready to date exclusively, you're ready to marry. Is God filling you up with His love? There are times in all of our lives when we feel lonely and we want to be loved. I'm not saying don't ever feel lonely, because sometimes you just feel lonely. That's what drives us into relationship. But it's that gentle balance of just knowing, okay, I want to be in a relationship, but if it doesn't happen in my timetable, I'm getting God to fill me up with His love. So it's not going to be this kind of deep loneliness or neediness pushing you into a relationship that you shouldn't be in. This week, I prepared a freebie for you, a checklist called Am I Ready to Date, which contains these questions plus a whole bunch of others so you can assess your relational readiness. You can get it by clicking on the link in the email if that's where you got the link to this video, or you can watch it on YouTube. Get it on YouTube. The link is underneath the video. And yes, I moved over to YouTube. Yay, woo! Party, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next week.